A rich and diverse region, Russian Far East has been shaped by a variety of climatic, historical, and cultural influences over the centuries. Often called the unknown Russia, this region surprises all who come to catch a glimpse of its spectacular beauty. From the magical glow of Lake Baikal to the volcanic lands of Kamchatka, with its contrasting black sand beaches and the unique rock formations of Ergaki, Russian Far East captivates. It is the world's largest region, boasting unmatched ethnic and geographical diversity, and home to grand cities like Irkutsk and Vladivostok. Let's explore together and discover some of the most interesting and extraordinary facts about Russian Far East. The Russian Far East is an immense and remote region occupying the easternmost part of the country. It is bordered by the Arctic Ocean to the north, the Pacific Ocean to the east, China and North Korea to the south, and Siberia to the west. Spanning approximately 6.2 million square kilometers, it covers over one-third of Russia's total land area. Despite its vast size, the region is home to only around 6 million people, making it one of the least densely populated areas on Earth. Key geographical features include the Stanovoy, Kolyma, and Sakhalin Island mountain ranges, as well as major rivers such as the Amur and Lena. The Kamchatka Peninsula, famous for its active volcanoes, and Sakhalin Island are iconic elements of its landscape. Administratively, the Far Eastern Federal District consists of 11 subdivisions. Its most important cities include Vladivostok, Russia's principal Pacific port, Khabarovsk, the regional administrative center, and Yakutsk, the capital of Yakutia. Though sparsely populated, the Russian Far East holds significant strategic importance due to its abundant natural resources and key geopolitical position. The Russian Far East boasts extraordinary biodiversity, making it one of the most unique natural regions on Earth. Its ecosystems range from Arctic tundra to temperate forests, providing habitats for a wide variety of species found nowhere else. At the heart of the region lies the majestic Siberian taiga, the world's largest boreal forest. This vast ecosystem is home to the iconic Siberian, or Amur, tiger, the largest cat on the planet, as well as the critically endangered Amur leopard, with only around 100 individuals remaining in the wild. The taiga also shelters the Asiatic black bear and the powerful Kamchatka brown bear. The Kamchatka Peninsula, famous for its active volcanoes and thermal springs, supports a thriving population of salmon, a cornerstone of the local food chain. Along its rivers and coasts, the magnificent stellar sea eagle, one of the largest birds of prey in the world, can be found. In the tundra and northern taiga, the rare Siberian crane endures, while the wetlands of the Amur and Lena rivers serve as vital breeding grounds for migratory birds. Further south, the temperate forests of Chukotka Island host a rich array of wildlife, including deer, wild boar, and a variety of small mammals and birds. These creatures play essential roles in maintaining the delicate balance of these unique ecosystems. Situated in the far northeast of Russia, the Kamchatka Peninsula is a remarkable natural gem. Spanning over 270,000 square kilometers, it features remote, wild landscapes and some of the most breathtaking geological phenomena on Earth. At the heart of Kamchatka lies the Krinotsky Biosphere Reserve, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that safeguards an extraordinary concentration of active volcanoes. This volcanic activity has shaped dreamlike landscapes filled with geysers, hot springs, and emerald lakes. Nearby is Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky, the capital of Kamchatka and one of the oldest cities in the Russian Far East. Founded in 1740 by Danish explorer Vitus Bering during a Russian expedition, the city was named after his ships, the St. Peter and the St. Paul. With its important port in Avacha Bay, Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky serves as a hub for fishing and tourism and a gateway to exploring the peninsula's volcanoes and nature reserves. Along the shores of Avacha Bay, visitors can admire the iconic Three Brothers rock formations, one of Kamchatka's most recognized symbols. Another emblematic site is the Valley of Geysers, which boasts the largest concentration of active geysers in Eurasia. Discovered in 1941, this natural wonder offers a mesmerizing display of geothermal activity. To the south lies Lake Kurilskoye, a crucial spawning ground for sockeye salmon that draws numerous brown bears, creating an unforgettable wildlife spectacle. Kamchatka is also home to Kluchevskaya Sopka, the tallest active volcano in Eurasia, standing at 4,750 meters. With its towering height and near-constant activity, it is one of the region's most awe-inspiring natural landmarks. In addition, the Tolbachik volcano, known for its dramatic fissure eruptions, is among the most active and visually striking volcanic formations on the peninsula. Its landscapes of solidified lava flows and ash fields attract scientists and adventurers from across the globe. Kamchatka is, without question, an unparalleled destination, a true jewel of the Russian Far East that captivates all who have the fortune to explore it. The Primorye Region. The Primorye Region has an extensive coastline full of golden beaches, rugged cliffs, and crystal-clear waters along the Sea of Japan and the Gulf of Peter the Great. The region's capital, Vladivostok, a vibrant and modern port city located near the borders with China and North Korea, just across the ocean from Japan, is known as the final destination of the Trans-Siberian Railway. This charming city sits on a mountainous peninsula of the beautiful Golden Horn Bay. Vladivostok is the place where East and West blend perfectly. It is often called the San Francisco of Russia because of its many bridges and islands. The history of the city began in 1860 when the Russian warship Manchur anchored in the Bay of the Amur Gulf. Today it is the main Russian port on the Pacific Ocean and home to the naval base of the Russian Pacific Fleet. Vladivostok offers many attractions. The city is home to numerous parks and public spaces, such as the Sportivnaya Port, the Vladivostok Oceanarium or Aquarium, with a living exhibition of 86 species and more than 1,800 types of marine life. In addition, Vladivostok's Russky Bridge is an impressive architectural marvel that connects the city with Russky Island, being one of the longest cable-stayed bridges in the world. Life in Siberia. Daily life for people in Siberia is very different from that of people in other parts of the world. Siberians must adapt to harsh climatic conditions and remote locations. However, they are highly resilient and have learned to live in this extreme environment. For example, Siberia has an extreme continental climate, with temperatures dropping as low as -70 degrees Celsius in winter and rising above 35 degrees Celsius in summer in some areas. This extreme climate has made reindeer herding essential for the survival of Siberia's indigenous people, as it provides them with transportation, milk, meat, hides, and antlers for making tools and clothing. Siberia is a land of contrasts. In education, for instance, it has both renowned universities and scientific institutions, such as the Siberian Institute of Nuclear Physics in Novosibirsk, as well as schools in remote villages where, due to the lack of passable roads, dogs are still used for transportation, pulling sleds in winter and rustic wheeled carts in summer. In terms of transportation, Siberia's major rivers freeze over in the winter, as do its lakes, and they are commonly used as important travel routes. As a final interesting fact, the favorite animal of Siberia's indigenous peoples is perhaps the Arctic fox, which frequently appears in their legends, songs, and traditional stories. The Sakhalin Region, a captivating island in Russia's Far East, where nature and history intertwine in an epic mosaic. Its rugged wild landscape, surrounded by the Sea of Okhotsk and the Strait of Tartary, invites exploration with its rocky coastlines, vast tundras, and mountain peaks that rise majestically against the horizon. As Russia's largest island, known for its unique natural beauty, Sakhalin is part of the Kuril Islands, a volcanic island chain stretching from Sakhalin to Japan, adding a special touch to the region. Black sand beaches, natural hot springs, volcanic landscapes, dense forests, crystal clear rivers, and nature reserves offer opportunities for adventure, exploration, and wildlife observation along its shores, including the majestic Stellar's sea eagles soaring overhead. The administrative capital of the region, Yuzhno-Sakhalinsk, combines modernity with Japanese cultural influence and serves as an ideal place to learn about the region's history and daily life, as well as a gateway for winter sports on the island. Today, Sakhalin is a haven for those seeking immersion in untamed nature. Its shores are teeming with marine life, including seals and migrating whales, while its deep forests are home to species like bears and sika deer. The island's mist-wrapped, mysterious landscapes offer a perfect setting for adventure. Lake Baikal, the jewel of Siberia. On the eastern edge of Siberia's federal district bordering the Russian Far East lies the Irkutsk Oblast, with its capital, the city of Irkutsk, situated on the banks of the Angara River, the main tributary of the Yenisei River. The Angara River originates in Lake Baikal and flows north through Siberia. Irkutsk is known as the gateway for exploring this region, which, as mentioned, is home to the renowned Lake Baikal, located about 70 kilometers southeast of the city. Lake Baikal is the deepest lake in the world, reaching a maximum depth of 1,642 meters, and the largest freshwater lake by volume, holding 23,615 cubic kilometers of water, containing more freshwater than the entire North American Great Lakes system. Surrounded by mountains and vast taigas, its clear waters stretch over 2,100 kilometers, reflecting blue skies and pristine landscapes that evoke an aura of mystery and grandeur. In winter, the lake's surface freezes into a breathtaking display of transparent ice that forms cracks and bubbles trapped in time, while the sun's rays produce iridescent flashes in the ice, transforming the landscape into a winter paradise. In summer, Baikal's waters warm up, creating an ideal setting for sailing, diving, and exploring its numerous islands, like Olkhan Island, home to ancient sacred sites and rich wildlife. In its depths live unique species, such as the Baikal seal, the only freshwater seal in the world. Lake Baikal has been inhabited by humans for centuries. The surrounding region is home to a variety of cultures, including the Buryat, Evenki, and Mongolian peoples. For instance, on the route from Irkutsk to Lake Baikal is the Taltsi Museum, an open-air museum showcasing a collection of historic wooden buildings that represent traditional Siberian architecture. Other notable towns include Ulan-Ude, capital of the Autonomous Republic of Buryatia, the Republic of the Buryat people, who are of Mongolian origin and practice Tibetan Buddhism. The Republic of Buryatia is also home to another natural marvel of unique beauty, the Sayan Mountains, a region of remarkable natural beauty. The mountains are covered with coniferous forests, alpine meadows, and glaciers, and are also home to a variety of wildlife, including bears, wolves, deer, moose, and marmots. The Amur Region, a vast territory in the far eastern part of Russia, bathed by the majestic river of the same name, is a wild paradise where nature unfolds in its fullest expression. Its dense, snow-covered forests, like a white carpet stretching to the horizon, house small traditional villages hidden within the taiga, offering a glimpse into a peaceful life in harmony with the surroundings. These forests are also a hunting reserve and hold a rich cultural heritage that connects their inhabitants closely with nature. Amur is a unique destination for ecotourism enthusiasts, where nature merges with the region's deep-rooted history. The ancient trade routes that once crossed these lands and remnants of ancestral cultures add a touch of mystery to this corner of eastern Russia. The Amur region invites nature lovers with a wide range of activities, hiking through wild trails, fishing in the Amur River, home to unique species, as well as kayaking and rafting in its crystal-clear waters. Its natural parks, such as Norsky, Zaya, and Kingan, serve as biodiversity sanctuaries protected by mountains and deep valleys. Here you can encounter magnificent creatures like the elusive Siberian tiger, the rare Amur leopard, the powerful falcon, and countless other species that find refuge in this paradise, symbols of the ecological balance that defines this extraordinary region. The vast region of the Russian Far East is steeped in history and traditions, offering visitors a truly unique cultural experience. This expansive land is home to diverse indigenous peoples, including the Evenki, Yakuts, Chukchi, and Nenets, who have developed nomadic lifestyles perfectly adapted to the vast taiga, tundra, and Arctic landscapes. In the Arctic and taiga, these communities often use portable tents called chums, while in the southern and eastern areas, yurts are more common. Their movements are intricately linked to the natural cycles of the land. Before the arrival of Christianity, brought by the Russian Empire's expansion into Siberia in the 16th century and the Far East in the 17th century, the indigenous cultures practiced shamanism. This ancient belief system fostered a profound spiritual connection with the earth, water, and sky. Even today, many communities preserve elements of these traditions, celebrating music and dance festivals tied to the rhythms of nature, herding, and fishing. The expansion of the Russian Empire left an indelible mark on the region, introducing Russian culture, architecture, and religion. Cities across the Far East embraced elements of Russian Orthodox architecture, literature, and spiritual practices, resulting in a fascinating cultural mosaic. Today, visitors can immerse themselves in this rich heritage, from majestic golden dome churches to vibrant celebrations of indigenous traditions. The Russian Far East stands as a living tapestry, weaving together the threads of history, spirituality, and the unique ways of life that define this captivating region. Chukotka, Russia's easternmost region, stands as a bastion at the edge of the Arctic Ocean. This frozen expanse, bordered by the icy waters of the Bering Sea, is home to remarkable wildlife uniquely adapted to the harsh Arctic conditions. Herds of reindeer and populations of Arctic hares traverse the snow-covered tundra, while the elusive Bering wolverine, a fierce predator, prowls among the rocky landscapes. In the surrounding waters, gray whales and seals showcase their resilience in an icy world. Thriving despite the relentless cold, the towering sea ice shelves and the icebreakers navigating these waters illustrate the ongoing struggle between humanity and the forces of nature. The towns and villages scattered across Chukotka, some still bustling while others lie abandoned, tell stories of survival and decline in one of the most remote corners of the globe. Amidst this stark and stunning environment, weather stations work tirelessly, transmitting critical data to deepen our understanding of the climatic changes shaping this fragile region. Chukotka serves as a profound reminder of both the majesty and vulnerability of our planet, daring adventurers to push the boundaries of exploration. Located in Central Asia, the Altai region is a vast and diverse landscape spanning Russia, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, and China. Covering several 100,000 square kilometers, it is often referred to as the Heart of Asia and is celebrated for its exceptional natural heritage. The Altai Mountains, with their towering snow-capped peaks, including the majestic Mount Beluga, 4,506 meters, dominate the landscape. These mountains serve as a natural barrier, shaping weather patterns and creating a unique oasis of biodiversity amid the surrounding arid steppes and deserts. Altai's flora and fauna are extraordinary, with species uniquely adapted to this environment. Herds of majestic elk, Siberian ibex, and chamois roam the valleys, while the elusive snow leopard prowls the rugged cliffs. The region's deep blue glacial lakes and rivers are teeming with salmon and trout, adding to its ecological richness. Local communities, including the Tuvan, Altai, and Kazakh peoples, have lived in harmony with this environment for generations. Grazing sheep and horses across the grasslands, they preserve their ancestral traditions and have expertly adapted to the extreme climate of the region. The Altai region is a true natural treasure, a sanctuary for wildlife and a living testament to the enduring traditions of those who call the Heart of Asia home. In the far east of Russia lies Kamchatka, a peninsula where volcanic fury and untamed beauty converge into a breathtaking natural spectacle. This region boasts some of the most active volcanoes in the Pacific Ring of Fire, highlighting the majestic Klyuchevskaya Sopka, the highest active volcano in Eurasia, which rises to an elevation of 4,700 meters. Also the majestic Mutnovsky, renowned for its fumaroles and boiling mud pools that shape an otherworldly lunar-like landscape. The Shivaluk volcano, with its frequent explosive eruptions, keeps volcanologists from around the globe on constant alert. Meanwhile, the Vachkajet's massif enchants visitors with its 3 jagged peaks and glacial lakes, offering a true paradise for hikers. Along the east coast, black sand beaches shaped by volcanic erosion create a striking contrast against the blue waters of the Pacific. The Avacha River, winding through lush valleys, reports a thriving salmon population and serves as a natural pathway for expeditions. On these rugged lands, the Ivan, Koryak, and other indigenous peoples sustain the ancient tradition of reindeer herding, guiding their herds across the tundra with the changing seasons. In winter, dog sledding and snowmobiling expeditions carve through this wild terrain, linking remote villages and giving adventurers an authentic taste of Kamchatka's raw and unspoiled essence. The Kuril Islands, a volcanic archipelago of 56 islands stretching 1,300 kilometers between the Kamchatka Peninsula and Japan's Hokkaido Island, are among the most contested territories in the Far East. This chain forms a natural boundary between the Sea of Okhotsk and the Pacific Ocean. Geologically, the Kuril Islands are part of the Pacific Ring of Fire, hosting over 100 volcanoes, 35 of which remain active. This volcanic activity has enriched the islands with fertile soils and hot springs, but also renders them vulnerable to earthquakes and tsunamis. The sovereignty of the Kurils has been a point of contention between Russia and Japan since the end of World War II. The dispute, involving agreements such as the 1951 San Francisco Treaty, centers on the four southernmost islands, known in Japan as the Northern Territories. While Russia administers the entire archipelago, Japan maintains its claim to these islands. The Kuril Islands population is predominantly Russian, with fishing, particularly for salmon and crab, being the primary livelihood. The subarctic climate has hindered extensive economic development, but the surrounding waters are rich in marine biodiversity and fishery resources. Strategically, the region is vital for Russia's military presence in the Pacific. Additionally, the Kurils hold significant cultural heritage as the former home of the Ainu people, an indigenous ethnic group. The Magadan Region. A remote corner of Russia, Magadan is a realm of stark contrast where untamed nature reigns with an indomitable force. Its winter temperatures plummet to glacial levels, transforming its vast expanses into a frozen desert. Here, winter is not just a season, it is a frigid dominion that claims every inch of the land, with temperatures dropping as low as -50 degrees Celsius. The roads, like the famed Kolyma Highway, are desolate trails stretching between snow-covered mountains and frozen valleys. Its wildlife is as resilient as its climate. Arctic foxes, with their thick coats, and polar bears roam its shores. Across the tundras, herds of reindeer wander in search of sustenance, bringing a touch of life to this vast and inhospitable terrain. But Magadan is not solely a land of untamed wilderness. It is also a region haunted by a dark past. During the Soviet era, Magadan became a tragic destination for millions of people exiled to this remote place under inhumane conditions. These exiles left an indelible mark on the land, making it a symbol of both suffering and resilience. Today, Magadan stands as a monument to endurance, a land of brutal landscapes that bears the scars of tragedy and the spirit of survival in one of the planet's most formidable regions. The economy of Eastern Russia. A vast territory where nature unveils its treasures at every turn, this region stands as a strategic pillar of Russia. Its depths harbor an abundance of mineral resources, from golden diamonds to oil and natural gas, making it a global energy powerhouse. Yakutia and the Kamchatka Peninsula, for instance, boast extensive reserves of natural gas and oil. Russian companies such as Gazprom and Rosneft spearhead the extraction and export of these resources, particularly to Asia. Moreover, the oceans surrounding eastern Russia are a wellspring of life. The fishing industry in Vladivostok and the Kuril Islands supplies salmon and crab to dining tables across Asia and Europe. In its dense forests, forestry operations are carried out skillfully, producing timber and pulp that flow into the Chinese market. Agriculture, though constrained by harsh climatic conditions, focuses on cultivating grains, potatoes, and vegetables. Livestock farming, particularly reindeer herding, remains a traditional activity for the region's indigenous communities. In recent years, tourism has emerged as a new player in this vast region, unveiling the natural wonders of Kamchatka with its volcanoes and geysers, and Lake Baikal, the pristine jewel of eastern Siberia. The Yakutia Region. A unique destination offering an experience of striking contrast, Yakutia combines breathtaking natural beauty, ranging from vast plains to the majestic eastern mountains. Located in the Russian Far East near the Arctic Ocean, Yakutia, also known as the Sakha Republic, is the largest republic in Russia, spanning over 3 million square kilometers. It is home to the coldest inhabited place in the Northern Hemisphere, Yakutsk, its capital and largest city. Situated along the Lena River, Yakutsk has an average annual temperature of -8 degrees Celsius, with winter averages below -35 degrees Celsius and a record low of -64 degrees Celsius. Despite these extreme conditions, the region is also famed for the Lena Pillars, striking rock formations lining the banks of the Lena River. The Lena Pillars are a geological marvel consisting of vertical rock columns that rise abruptly from the ground, reaching staggering heights of up to 100 meters. Composed mainly of limestone and marble, these formations have been sculpted over time by erosion and wind, creating a surreal and unique landscape. This extraordinary natural wonder has earned recognition as a World Heritage Site. The Ergaki Region. A remote corner of Russia, Ergaki is a paradise for nature enthusiasts and adventurers. This mountain range nestled in the western Sayan Mountains, this mountain range is a breathtaking visual marvel. Its jagged peaks, deep valleys, and crystal-clear lakes create a landscape of almost otherworldly beauty. The coniferous forests covering Ergaki slopes are teeming with biodiversity, providing a haven for countless species of animals and plants. Hiking enthusiasts will find a network of trails winding through dreamlike scenery, from lush alpine meadows to steep cliffs. The Dragon's Teeth, iconic rock formations of Ergaki, rise like gravity-defying fangs, surrounded by coniferous forests and blooming alpine meadows. This place has inspired tales of ancient peoples who revered it as a sacred refuge, home to mountain spirits and the site of ancestral rituals. For modern visitors, Ergaki retains that enigmatic magic, a force that draws adventurers and nature lovers alike. This enclave is perfect for trekking, mountaineering, and quiet contemplation. Its lakes act as mirrors, reflecting sunsets that ignite the landscape in vibrant colors. The history of Ergaki stretches back to time immemorial. Indigenous Siberian peoples have inhabited these lands for centuries, leaving behind a rich and fascinating cultural legacy. Siberia has a distinctive cuisine shaped by its geography and extreme climate. Among its unique offerings is pine bud tea, made from the tender shoots of pine trees harvested in spring. The resulting infusion has a herbal, citrus-like flavor that reflects the essence of Siberian forests. Another regional specialty is stroganina, thin strips of frozen fish such as salmon or sturgeon, served raw, a simple yet iconic dish rooted in the area's fishing traditions. Staples like pierogi, stuffed pies that can be baked or fried with varied fillings, and blini, thin, fluffy crepes served with accompaniments such as caviar, sour cream, jam, or honey, are beloved across Siberia. Okroshka, a cold soup made with fresh cucumbers, radishes, hard-boiled eggs, potatoes, and cold meat mixed with kefir and water, offers a refreshing taste during Siberia's brief summers. The region's forests are abundant with wild berries, including blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries, which are enjoyed fresh, in desserts, or as preserves. Lastly, reindeer meat, a lean and flavorful protein, is a traditional food in some Siberian regions, especially among indigenous communities, prepared roasted, braised, or in other time-honored ways. Siberian cuisine is a reflection of its harsh environment, combining practicality with tradition to create a unique and enduring culinary heritage. What amazing fact did you find most surprising? Which place would you love to visit the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And see you in our next exploration of wonders around our planet.